welcome to another episode of Weird and Wonderful. We are continuing our second episode. Our theme today is childhood and growing up. We are going to talk more in detail of what her childhood will be and her growing up, how she grew up, how I grew up is like a generational gap. So we'll just jump right into the topic. We'll ask like looking back, what childhood memory stands out as like a pivotal in shaping who you have become?
I think the people I grew up with, basically the people I grew up with, very loving and kind, and we had a very loving family. The togetherness and all that, I think, shaped me very well. And also, like we had people all around us. There were so many different kind of people from all walks of life, whom I learned and whom, unconsciously, I think we learned a lot of things from people around us.
Mm. Like you grew up in an estate in Kedah. Tell us how that is like because I've never been into like an estate. I never been into like a village and all. Like describe to me the whole scenario settings. How did you live? How was your way of life? Was it very different from the city life? Was it different from a lot of other things? Tell me.
Basically, estate life was it's estate. It's like you're on your own. Everything is done on your own. It's basically you live on your own, and but the thing is, the loneliness was there. You're basically on your own, and people come to the house, but not regularly. Like sometimes they do come, but sometimes nobody comes. Nobody visits you, and we look forward to visits from other people. We were like all the while with people in the estate. They visit us. People who tap rubber, they were walking past the house, so we look forward to watching them and all that. But it was kind of lonely life, but we made it fun. Like we had so many things to do.
Well, why do you say lonely? You repeated saying lonely, lonely. Like in my head, estate was like everyone are together, everyone's in the house together, everyone does things together, everyone lives so closely. Why do you say lonely?
Because basically we didn't have electricity that time. Like by 7, it's all dark. It's all dark, and the loneliness slowly creeps in. I think it'd be nice to hear like ghost stories during those times.
So only at night only you all
Yes, like usually like at night, there's nothing much to do. We don't have anything much to do, and we'll go to bed early. But not really in terms of loneliness. It's like we had my father, mother, but we had like an extended family, like relatives who were there in the estate. We used to go to their houses. But the thing is that at that time we didn't have like transport. We used to walk a lot, and to meet up with friends.
So how do you define growing up in a series of event of more of a mental shift? How do you define growing up in the state of in estates?
Growing up in the sense that what did I learn from growing up there? What did I learn is, I think learning was progress. Even now I'm learning. I think there we learned basically like we learned how to live, how to be on your own. Like sometimes our parents will leave us and go off. So me, my sister, my brothers will be together. We'll find things to do, play, and most of the time we go to bed early.
So given an opportunity, if you were to pick city or estate now, where would you choose?
Now definitely I'll pick the city.
City. Okay.
Because I think after the estate life, when I was there until I was about 18. So when I came out, I was always looking forward to come to town. Like basically we never came to town regularly or what. Like maybe once a week, or we want to visit somebody, we used to come. If not, nobody comes to town. We are in the estate all the time.
Okay, so are there any ritual or habits from your childhood that you carried into your adulthood? You are like some superstitious kind of stuff. Are you carry any habits or ritual until now that you still follow?
Oh, make up my own bed.
Okay.
That's the thing. When I wake up, I make my own bed, and the tidiness you have to take care of yourself. Like I basically took care of myself. Like we have to make our own bed, clean up our own after ourselves, and I think I got that cleanliness thing from there. Like basically you have to clean up everything after you, take care of your own self, and make sure your bed is made. If not, my mother will be coming after me.
So why do you bring that habit into this adulthood? Why do you think that is important?
Because I feel everyone should make their own bed, not
Is there any significant reason you're like not only should everyone make their own bed because tidiness? Is there like a mental kind of
yeah.
habit, or is there something related towards your own habit, or
I think it's a mental habit for anyone. Like making wake up, you make up your own bed. Don't leave someone to make the bed for you. I think that works very well with everyone. Like sometimes people think that I'm too like into the tidy cleanliness thing, but for me it works very well. I have to make sure that everything is made up, everything is cleaned up after me. So no one should like come back and say, "Hey, how come this place is like that?" Everything is in order and in its place.
so is it like does it build up your sort of like a discipline kind of thing going on, or yeah, it's just for you it's just tidiness?
No, no. For me, I think it basically is also discipline and consistency. For me, once I've started that, okay, my day starts. I've started my day. The discipline, I think that one made me disciplined. I was more disciplined in that sense.
That's why you're a teacher lah. You became a teacher.
I never expected to become a teacher. I wanted to be like so many other things. So finally, I became a teacher.
Okay, so if you could eat one childhood snack from the rest of your life, what would it be?
Childhood snack, I think it would be the peanut burritos. Peanut, where you have all the peanut which is fried and put in a batter.
No, I don't know.
It's a small round ice. You can find it everywhere. Oh, I love that. I can eat that forever.
Wait, what is this? This peanut? What?
They fry the peanuts and then they put in a batter and they fry it.
Okay.
And
What did you call it?
it's a peanut. I can't remember the name now, but it's something to do with the peanut. I just love it. I can
Okay.
eat that forever and ever.
So okay, about now we leave about snacks. We go for games. What childhood games or toy do you secretly wish you could still play with today? Your childhood any kind of board games, toys, or anything.
I love dolls. I used to play with dolls.
You do you had Barbie dolls?
No. During our
What kind
time,
of dolls
no
you had?
Barbie dolls, just normal big dolls and all that, and small dolls. Sometimes during the estates, they used to celebrate Christmas. So during Christmas, we used to get dolls. Oh, I'll get so excited because the dolls usually are very, very nice. So I used to play. But I definitely want to get a doll. I remember watching Travels with my father. I like the Vincent doll.
The
Vincent
the small doll that looks very creepy.
from Thailand,
Yeah.
from Thailand. It looks very creepy, but they say it's very real.
Yeah, something's
maybe-
inside. According to the Thailand thing, they put the what do they call it? They put
Some
the
charm or-
inside the doll, right? And then you have to take care of the doll.
Yeah,
And if
I
you don't
think
take care of the doll will hurt you back or something like that.
When I saw that Travels with my father, when he was taking care of the doll, oh my God, the doll's name is Vincent. So maybe I might get a doll like that one day.
Okay, for birthday, I know what to get for you lah. So going back to your childhood, let's go towards your show. What kind of things do you watch? What the kind of things do you watch? And you had a TV. I assume you had a TV in the estate. Do you?
No, in the estate, we didn't have a TV at first. There used to be the prepared one van. Prepared one van will come. They'll put films out. They'll put a big screen and that is one of the most exciting parts.
So it's like in a field, they just put up a big
Yeah.
projector and then they
So
put screens.
they usually come during on a Friday night, or so all of us will get ready to go, and we will go there and they'll screen. They'll screen. First, they'll have cartoons. The most iconic cartoon is Flintstones. I remember Flintstones because we used to watch Flintstones. All of us will take our chairs there, sit down there and watch Flintstone. After that, the P. Ramlee movies will start. A little bit. And then they'll have the Purpadu and all the songs and all that.
So how long
Malaysian
is
song.
how long will that thing be?
Usually it's either P. Ramlee movies or Tamil movies. So they'll they'll have like P. Ramlee movies, you'll watch the full movie. Or if not, it's a Tamil movie, we'll watch the Tamil movies. And it's quite exciting because all of us will be sitting there with our kacang, kuchi, everything, water, drinks. The whole family will practically there. The whole estate will be there.
So how long will the Pupadon van comes in and they go off?
Or it will go off at 3-4 hours later.
So what time they'll come in?
They'll come usually about 7.
They'll?
We'll wait until it's dark so that the film can be shown.
Oh, so they'll only be dark times only lah.
It
Okay.
will be dark. So we'll be praying if it's raining, the van won't come. So we won't have movies.
Okay. So like I'm assuming like in estates, a lot of things y'all were doing together, a lot of activities y'all do together. How do y'all celebrate birthdays when you were younger, and which was the most memorable birthday you remembered? Like you're 16, 21, which one? Because I assume that as it you're like you say Pupadon where all of them come together. So everything became like a family in the estate. So I'm pretty sure like birthdays, events, all y'all would come together and do it big. So how would y'all celebrate birthdays there?
Initially, I thought 31st August, everyone celebrated my birthday. I never realized it's the Independence Day.
Before that fun fact, my mom was born on 31st of August 1957 where literally in Tunku Abdul Rahman shouting Merdeka, Merdeka. That's when she popped out. So she's known as the Merdeka baby. So, okay, yeah.
So, I thought, they're celebrating my birthday.
The whole of Malaysia is celebrating your birthday.
Celebrating my birthday. And then later I realized, because you used to go to the padang, the field, and they'll raise the flag and all that in the estate. So I'll be standing in front thinking it's my birthday. They're celebrating my birthday. Later I realized, oh my God, they're celebrating the Independence Day. But birthday, for me, in fact, my birthday was the only one celebrated in my family. So I think everyone is a bit jealous of it. Because
Why would your only one?
because most of the time it falls on a holiday. It's a holiday. It's a holiday, and we'll have lots of people in the house. Many people will come to the house, and everyone bring a cake, and I get presents.
So which one was the most memorable? Like you're 16, 15? What year?
In fact, all the birthdays were memorable
Everything.
because every birthday was celebrated without fail.
Basically, you were a spoiled kid. I'm pretty sure all your siblings, they spiced
yes.
you. They spiced you and all.
No, they did despise because I don't know, probably yes.
Yeah.
Because 1st September was my brother's birthday and his birthday never got celebrated. Because they already celebrated
yours.
my birthday. So it was, okay. Tama's birthday was celebrated, my birthday not celebrated.
So a lot of siblings are jealous about that.
And probably, I don't know what they were thinking.
Then how did you deal with the presents and all?
I don't remember the presents much. I remember the cake. The cake and but I had a very enjoyable time. Like nobody forgets my birthday, even my friends, even now. They were like calling me to wish me and all that. Like it's unforgettable.
So it's a blessing in disguise lah.
Probably.
A
yes.
blessing in disguise. So we'll move on to rituals. Do you have any sort of weird ritual or superstitions when you were a kid? Like you don't go out after 7, or you don't do anything, don't cut your nails after when the sun goes down. Until now, do you have any ritual? Like I have some weird rituals when I was a kid. Like I remember like going for exam time. I remember my pencil box have to be on the right hand side. You know, if I put on the left hand side, I fail my exam. So I have to be always on the right hand side. After those kind of things.
Like I still remember not supposed to cut your nails at night. I never realized why. But I know why now is because we don't have light that time. There's no electricity, so when you cut your nails at night, maybe probably you'll cut your skin off or something like that, and and the nail cuttings will drop on the floor. But another thing is you can't sweep the floor. Another thing, you can't sweep the floor. The
And
ritual-
which one until now you still follow?
Like another weird one was if you see a black cat.
Not a black cat, yeah.
Yeah, if you see a black cat, you come back to the house. I still remember someone who came back to the house and stayed for about 10 minutes before leaving because they saw a black cat. But now when I realize it, I have a black cat at home. The black cat is practically with me all the
Yeah.
time. So now I think the color doesn't matter at all. I don't know why we are like so obsessed with the color black. That black denotes something bad. All cats are the same. Just that they're born with different colors.
Well, why do you think the whole black cat thing came across?
I think the way the black cat looks at you, it's black and it looks at you. People get like very apprehensive. Where the black cat is looking, is something wrong with the cat or something wrong. Probably something wrong with your eyes.
Yeah.
Like you're so scared of the color black. But basically, when you see, it's just a color. The cat is just a cat. But earlier on, like I used to be like very, we see a black cat, the cat is crossing the road. You're not supposed to like cross with it or cross before it. They wait for the cat to cross. Or they chase away the cat to throw things at the cat and all that. But now when you see the cats are the most loving animals in the world. They love you, you love them.
Yeah, so now let's go to moving on to the next question is like if you could bring one discontinued snacks or candy from your childhood, what would it be?
Oh, I know what it will be. It will be ice kapai.
What is it?
It's called ice kapal.
What is it?
It's a ice ball. It's an ice ball. They will shave the ice, hold it.
Make it like a ball, right?
Make it a ball, and then for the holding, they have a piece of paper. Last time they use paper. Now we don't use paper. They use
I think I
paper.
know. They put this coloring thing.
Yeah,
on it,
they'll put color, and then later they what do you call progress to the sour plum. But they'll put color and then we'll just like put the ice in it. We'll just be sucking it. Oh, it'll be so tasty.
Is it still there?
No. You can never find.
I
ice
think
kapal.
now it's last time it progressed into the long tube, right?
Yeah. No, the long tube they had. But this ice kapal is.
Oh, that is different.
This is different. After that, it was discontinued. They don't have now. They have the ABC.
It evolved to ABC.
They evolved to ABC with a lot of other things.
Maybe go to places like you go to your hometown there, or probably have.
Even hometown, they don't have the ice kapal because I've checked. I know most of the ABC places.
So like when you think of your childhood home, which memory stands out the most and why? When you think of your home estate like now.
The estate was a beautiful place. It was big. For me, it was the river. My house was beside the river. And like sometimes when I go for my holidays and all that, everyone goes ooh ga 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 over they go over the rivers with Jessie. But I lived by the river. I used to play in the river, and the water is always there. Sometimes when we sleep, we can only hear like the sound of the river, and we can hear the frogs. Like we used to like fish in the river too. Like for me, the river was very important. We used to like play. We were practically in the river, playing all the time, enjoying the water. And sometimes like at night we used to hear sounds. We hear sounds of the seal. We never knew, but there used to be seals which come from the top of the mountain. They come down to the river and they'll go past the river. So we'll be trying to see, but we can't see, but it's definitely a seal. Can hear the sound of the seal. Another thing about the estate is there were a lot of snakes.
You are afraid of snakes, right?
I used to be very, very frightened of snakes. But snakes never did anything to me, but I think that think it's a snake. So what will happen is like snakes, we used to keep a lot of firewood. Last time we didn't have gas. We used to firewood. So the snakes will go under the firewood, especially this python. They'll go under the firewood and stay there. I think because it's cooling, they stay there. So once we see they'll be taking out the firewood, suddenly they see a snake. Everyone will start shouting, "It's a snake!" And then the guys from the other time, in the estate, we didn't have a bomber and all that. So the guys from the estate will come, they'll catch the snakes. Usually it's python. They'll catch the snake, tie the snake to two sides of a log, and they'll carry the snake away. I don't know what they do to the snakes.
Obviously, what else are gonna do? They're gonna eat the fleur.
No, I don't think so. At that time, nobody eats snake. I think they'll go to the jungle and leave them.
Pretty sure they ate it. Even they were eating. What is that? The monitor lizard. Monitor lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, monitor lizard.
Even
Last time they'll be fighting over in the roof, and last time it'll just fall down.
But the estate, I know they used to eat ant eaters and all that.
Ant eaters.
Yeah, they'll catch them.
Ant eaters, tape, right?
Not tape, ant eater.
And yeah, that one.
With the scales on top.
Yeah.
But the snakes, yes, because snakes are easily caught because snakes are very greedy. What the snakes will do is, when my mother used to have a lot of chickens, many chickens, the snake will come to eat the chicken. The greedy snake is not happy with eating one chicken. If it had eaten one chicken, the snake can go off, slither off. But this greedy snake will eat 2 or 3 chickens and he cannot move. So early morning when we go there, the snake will be lying there, unable to move, and they'll catch the snake so easily. They'll catch the snake, both snake will be caught. So, but I never realized it. The snakes, I think, came from the river also. Because pythons can swim very well in the river.
How long was the river? Like until where it was stretching?
The river.
Yeah.
River is very long from the mountain until it will pass my house. Kilometers after kilometers after kilometers. So the river is quite long and deep. So I think probably the snakes came from there or it would have come from the jungle. Because everywhere is a rubber estate and all that. Rubber estate, you can find lots of, many pythons.
So what other like wild animals you
Wild
counted?
boars. Can find wild boars.
They don't eat that. So.
People hunt them
But,
in the estate.
they hunt them with what? Like guns?
No, that time was spears. They hunt them with spears and bring them. And I still remember my mother used to tell, my mother doesn't eat wild boar. So my mother will say, my father will give the wild boar to her. Then she will tie up and throw it in the river. And then my father asked her, it was spoiled. Because last time we didn't have like a fridge. It was spoiled, so I had to throw it. She said, I don't know how to cook the wild boar. But later my mother became expert in cooking the wild boar.
How?
Like she must have learned from the estate, from the people and all that.
So your father used to be a hunter.
No, my father doesn't hunt. The people in the estate, they'll go and hunt the wild boars.
Oh, so other than wild boar, what do they have there?
Wild boars, mostly wild boar. And the wild boars will sometimes attack people.
Have they attacked you before?
No. But my brothers, yes.
What happened?
Once they went into the jungle. They went into the jungle and a few of them went. The wild boars started chasing them. They had no choice. They had to climb tree. They climbed the trees. They came back and told how they climbed the tree. And then they were laughing about it because one of my brothers
Couldn't climb the tree.
climb the tree. You climbed only quarter way. Lucky the wild boar went off.
Was it like a family of wild boar or what?
Yeah, must be because the estate there were many wild boars, and I think there were too many. Maybe that's why they hunted them and all that.
Okay, understand. Yeah. So like, were there any stories or lessons from your elders that stuck with you and influenced your value or belief, either positively or negatively?
Like, I don't remember my mother telling me lots of stories. I think she was always very busy. My father used to read a lot, and he used to read, but he was too busy to tell stories. But the people from the estate used to, like sometimes when we were at home and all that, they used to come. They used to tell us stories. I remember listening to a lot of scripture stories from them. Like Mahabharata, all that. They used to tell, then talk about it. I used to listen and, hey, this sounds like quite interesting. And then man will go on and on and on. He'll talk about the stories and
So that's when your religious thing was introduced to you lah.
yeah, lah. Like not say in sense is religious. They used to talk about what Krishna did, what Arjuna did, the bow and arrow. We used to like fantasize, bow and arrow. People used to fight like this and that. This, I think this sounds quite interesting. And every time they come, they will be telling stories.
So was that your only entertainment side?
Yeah. I
During
started
study?
listening to stories during that time, and then they will be talking about how they came to the estate, from where they came, how they, like some of them had no families. Some of them were alone here in the estate, and their family was in India. So they came here, they worked here, and I think probably they were like all alone. So they used to come to our house, and sometimes they used like babysitters. And like when my parents go out and all that, they come back late. So when they come back late, somebody has to stay with us. So we'll be very happy during that time. So when these people come, okay, somebody is here to tell us stories. So we enjoy the interaction with them. Especially there's this old lady called Janagi Patti. When she comes, I used to love it because she will tell lots of stories. And I think that's where I started listening. Like I listen. Oh, hey, this is nice. So I think my ear for listening started there. Like it was very interesting to listen to stories. So that's why I enjoy listening to story and telling stories now.
So when you started reading books and all, when did the part of reading books you were listening, and then when did you start reading?
Oh, the books, it started a bit late. Maybe primary school. I started reading books in primary school because my father used to have many books in the house. There were many books like encyclopedias for us to read and all that. But I never read until I went to school. And I found that I enjoyed the reading part of books. I just loved it.
So what part of the book you enjoyed? Like the one you finding a story or the plot, or
No.
what makes you want to read more?
Like I enjoyed all the if I can get a hand on any books, I'll start reading it. It doesn't matter what sort of book. Mostly it was like novels. Most of it was novels. So I'll start reading it.
Okay.
But that was when I was in primary school. And then when I used to go to my auntie's house, they used to have lots of books. But most of the reading was done in my house, in the estate. I used to read. But I still remember you used to have a sofa. At the back of the sofa is like divided into partitions. So in the partition we have lots of books. So I read this, read that. And then my father bought for me the world's best fairy tales at one time. But unfortunately someone
Sold it.
sold the book.
One of your brothers lah. Yeah
No,
lah.
not
You've been
brothers.
celebrating your birthday all alone because they steal your present.
And then I used to read all the fairy tales. I used to think, hey, this is how life should be. So interesting. The witches, the prince, the princesses.
So what was your favorite fairy tale?
Fairy tale, my favorite was, I think, Sleeping Beauty.
Why? Because she
because
sleeps all day?
I sleep all day. Sleep all day. No, sleep so many years.
Yeah.
And she wakes up young. She
That's why
never
you like
grows
lah.
old. So when I say Sleeping Beauty in school, I will improvise. Tell the children, everyone, we change the characters and all that. Children enjoy the stories.
So you don't stick to one, so you made it your own story.
Yeah,
lah.
I made it my own story. But I love books. I enjoy all the books. Like there was no a bad book or good book to me. I enjoy the books.
Okay, so when you were younger, what brought you the most joy? The source of joy. Wait, let me rephrase the question. When you were younger, what brought you the most joy and has the most source of joy changed in your adulthood? What brought you a lot of joy? Like what brought me a lot of joy in my childhood was just going hanging out with friends and just falling down out of bicycles. I don't know why. I just keep on falling down a bicycle. That's why I have a lot of scars around me. So what brought you joy in your childhood?
Like I didn't have bicycles then to have a bicycle, then it was like something like when you're very lucky to have a bicycle. Like for me, joy was, I think, a loving family.
Any
Today,
activities that brought you joy? Art.
activities is basically the river.
So I got one thing to point out. Like you talked about your family, but you never talked about your friends in that estate. Do they live with you there, or do they live somewhere in a different estate, or they do it? Where are they?
Usually, when we were in the estate, there were three divisions: Division 1, 2, and 3. The division we lived in Division 2. The friends in the estate stayed in the estate also in Division 2. So most of the time, there were friends who were there with us. So usually evening they come. They come to the house and we'll play. We'll play together, or we go to their houses, because everyone, that one was like a close knit community. Like they will come to our place. And that time is whether boys or girls, everyone will come. So we'll have basically a very good time. We wait for the evenings. We'll play a tag, run and catch, hide and seek. Whatever we want to play, we used to play. Then from the bridge, we had, if possible, jump into the river.
So you spend your time with your family more or your friends more?
Family, yes, and friends.
So if you were to pick one,
I think both.
Both,
It's difficult
equally
to pick. Because that time the friends also were very they're very interesting. Like family, my family, yes, but family, my father will come back late. Like I still remember, my father goes off to work early, very very early, like 4 o'clock something. He'll go off to work, then he'll come back. By the time we'll be in school, then evening he'll come, and we basically don't see him much. My mother used to be there. My mother was on her own, so she had people to help her and all that.
so who was if you didn't say your father wasn't there, who was your father figure in your household?
I think my mother. My father was there, but not seen much. He was very busy with his work. He's really, really busy with his work, running the estate and all that.
So did you crave for your father's attention more, or did you just everything your mother gave you?
I think we kept ourselves too busy to crave for any attention.
Oh, so what that too busy, what were you doing?
Like we were like practically like we had all the things in the estate to play with, to go out with. Because I still remember when I was until 7 years old, we were just playing. There was no restriction for us. Like my mother will never say, take out your book and read. I don't even remember her saying. Until I went to school, I think the school taught me that. School was everything. Like my mother she was very simple. We do what you like.
So like the first question I asked you, like, would you pick city or estate? You told so much good things about the estate. So why did you pick city now?
City, I think all the excitement is in the city.
You just want why?
Because I was in the estate like until I was like 18, I was there in the estate. So I was just like, we were waiting to come out, leave the estate and come out. When we came out to the city, town, oh, it's so different. And that was Kulim town. It's small, nothing much. But then you gave me KL. Do you think I want to leave KL? The excitement is here.
Alright, so like are you still friends with your friends from estate?
Yes. I keep in touch. In the estate, yeah, we keep in touch, but not really much. But my friends, like childhood friends, I still keep in touch with them. Like they have like now, thanks to the internet, we got a group from 1975. So the friends are there, but nobody talks much. They meet up and all that.
So how does the dynamic of your friendship still is the same when you were in childhood and compared now, or is it different?
The friendship, I think, has evolved. Some friends are same, some are different. Like I still keep in touch with the 5-6 friends. Like we grew up together. Like some friends, practically we grew up together with them. Like they call me during my birthdays. We regularly talk talk to them. They find out what's happening to you and all that. Like most of them are married with children. Some are grandmothers and all that. So it's like our life has changed. But for me, it's I love the friendship. I love to talk to them. Like even yesterday, I called up my friend and asked, "Hey, how come this day you didn't call me?" And she said, "I was busy. Somebody was not well. I was really busy." So like that closeness, like I'm happy that I kept in touch with them. Like in fact, at one point I didn't keep. The friendship was like I was too busy with children, with work and all that. The friendship just went off somewhere. I don't know where it went, but they were there. But even when I go back to home, like some of them are still in hometown in Kulim. But I went back, I never had the time to like call them, meet them up and all that. But now like I feel because of somebody who told me, why don't you keep in touch with your friends? I like went back, tried to find where they are. Thanks to the Facebook, internet, we found them. Found many of them, and now I keep in touch with them.
So what kind of advice you would give to people if you try to reach out to your friend but the friend doesn't want to reach out to you? So what would you do?
Well, we find out whether they want to be friends or not. Like I feel sometimes we grow apart. Sometimes we just grow apart. Like they have their own things. Like sometimes I feel like the way I think now is different than the way I used to think before. But that love and the togetherness we had is still there. Like we get together, oh, okay, it's different. Like we want to get together, but unfortunately, many of them like they don't have time. They don't have time to like meet up, and everyone has their own like
Agenda.
Oh, I'm not free. I'm busy. I can't meet you. And sometimes I don't know whether they are judgmental of you. So we don't know what anyone is thinking also nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. So like, if you were to go back in time, and if you were what if you could share one piece of wisdom with your younger self, let's say, okay, like given you 18 years old, what would you say to your 18-year-old self in estate? That would you do differently?
Never underestimate yourself. You are what you are. I feel like
Did you underestimate yourself when you were young?
I think so. I sometimes I used to think like I always think before I talk. Like before maybe I thought too much before, and sometimes I forget what I thought. So the thing never came out. So like never underestimate yourself. You are what you are, and I felt that you should never carry your baggage with you. Whatever it is, just drop it and enjoy the life. Don't be afraid of failure. Like for me, like if anything is if it's a failure for me, it's always like I did something wrong. Like I never thought like we didn't have people to tell you that you can get up and go. You can get up and do things. Like now I realize differently. We should have done that. Instead we failed already. I think we cannot do that. Maybe we should do something else. Like I never fought for what I wanted. Like so many things I could have done differently and all that. But it just went on like I could have fought for what I wanted instead of just living it.
So it's safe to say you were a bit of like insecure, I would say. Were you insecure when you were young, 18 years old?
No, not really insecure. We didn't have like people to like. Now we have like internet. You want to find anything, you just go to Google and find. Hey, this is something wrong. The other time we had to talk to people. Like people will like judge you. People will tell you what to do. People will tell you what to do, and everyone will tell you what to do. Not ask you what you want.
So last time was people were more towards asking you.
Yeah.
And now it's not. People are telling you now.
Like they will tell you, oh, we want you to do this and this. This is the best thing for you. But they don't like I ask you to do what I want?
No.
I always tell her, you choose, it's your choice. What you want to do, you do. Like earlier, it was not my choice. Like so many things I would have wanted to change, but we didn't like. We didn't have that. What do you call that? Courage to tell father, mother, especially father. My father was a real father figure.
Like
But,
why? What?
Like
What did
he was in control all the while. That we cannot tell him this is what I want to do. But basically they gave me what I wanted. But earlier maybe I wanted something else. I didn't like push myself towards it.
Okay, so like going towards the last question, you're gonna ask yourself, what kind of advice would you give to your younger self? Okay, let's say 18 years old, when you're coming out, going to the real world after school. What kind of advice would you give to your younger self about navigating the challenges of growing up?
Never underestimate your self-worth. You are as expensive, as good as a diamond.
Okay.
I feel. And whatever you do, you live in the present. Like last time, everyone was like, they were either living in the past or finding the future. They were thinking, hey, the future will be better. Or in the past, is like, this is what we did when I was younger. Or the present, they always left out the present. Present, nobody talks about the present. Hey, the future will be like this, you do like this, you live like this in the future. But now I feel if I were to go back, the past and the future is nothing. We should live in the present and see what we can do in the present. Whatever you can do in the present, you do it. Throw away the past. Maybe you can learn a bit from the past. Nothing much. It's just like history. But the future, nobody knows what is going to happen in the future. So leave the future out. Like we were like thinking of so many things, what we can do in the future. If I do this and this, I'll get this. In the future, I'll live like this. I feel it's like worthless. Instead of living in the present, we were living in the past and the future. We left the present out. So I feel live now. Live now. Do whatever you can now. And whatever you can do now, do it well. Be worthy of yourself.
I feel that's like the perfect way to wrap the show up with the whole staying in the present and all. So I think, that is how we're going to conclude the second episode of Childhood and Growing Up. So do you want to say anything to the audience before we leave?
Yeah, I enjoyed talking to you. It's a good one today. Like it brought back a lot of memories. But for me, as I said, it's all in the present now. So let's live in the present and go with it.
All right. So that's it. That's a wrap, guys. I will see you all in the third episode. Ciao.